So right before the break, Jaime said she was going to break some bones.
Not on purpose. I said I was not going to sit on Fred and force him to believe because I would break his bones. Because my butt's big.
No. You don't talk like that.
Okay. It's fine.
Fine. Okay. So, God doesn't force us to love Him. He gives us the choice. He's always given us the choice. Because if it's forced love, that's not real love. That's not real devotion. God designed us to love. God designed us for Him. God designed us for relationship with Him. So that gave me goosebumps thinking about like why we're here to love
others,
and letting that love that God has for us and the love that we have for God flow to these other moms in these silly video that we're making. So yeah, that's super cool. But back to that point, we can't force our kids to accept Jesus.
No.
Because that's not true devotion. So just as we just said, God
as much as we want them to believe and have a relationship with Jesus, it's not up to us.
And in the same way, like when you have those like little sibling rivalries, like we want our kids to love each other and just stop fighting and just to get along.
Can we just be happy?
Do you know what my mom used to say to me and my sister when I grew up? She's like, why can't we just all get along? I was like, because Mom, she did this to me.
Because she's making me really mad.
That's why we can't get along, Mom. So.
Now, what would Jesus say?
Yeah, what would Jesus say?
Well, I think.
So as moms,
depending on the situation,
as moms, we don't have to say, why can't we just get along? We could just say, we could do this. We could say, what would Jesus do?
Yeah. Oh, as moms to our children.
Yeah.
Right.
Mommy,
yeah.
I want you to play shop.
Oh, I'll play shop with you. Give me a minute, okay?
I think Liv's getting tired.
I think Liv is almost asleep over there. Okay, so we cannot sit on our children and tell them to love Jesus, but we can be an example to them and we can give them the truth. And as our motherhood calling, that's what we're called to do, to live like Jesus, to love our children like Jesus, to show the love of Jesus to them, and just to give them the cold, hard, biblical truths. Which brings us to number 3, which is, you say it.
Sure. Romans 10:9. If you declare with your mouth Jesus is Lord and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved. Yeah.
Yep. Cold hard truth, right?
Cold hard truth.
Cold hard truth we want. And oh man, this just gave me goosebumps too. What a joy it will be when like you get to lead your kids to Christ. And oh my goodness. And then knowing that your eternity, because we know where our eternity is, because we have declared with our mouth and believed in our hearts that Jesus is Lord.
Yep.
And then we have this eternal future. Now we get this eternal future with our blessings.
Yep.
And we know that we did all that we could. And we know that on this earth, we live in this sin-filled earth, and accidents are going to happen. Pain's going to happen. Grief's going to happen.
Yep.
But we get to have eternity with our kids too.
Yep.
And then they have that eternal relationship, that eternal salvation, that place that they can go to find comfort, where we go to.
Yep.
They have that.
Yes. Which is why we need to talk about why it's important to model that behavior for them. So that when they're reading the Bible, it's not just them reading biblical history. It's them knowing how to apply what they're reading in their own lives. Yeah. So,
and being able to just understand God's word, and that comes from, actively praying through God's word. God, will you please speak to me? Will you please sit with me and read? Will you please be in this with me so we can have relationship?
or if you come up to something and you're not understanding it, you're praying, God, would you just send someone who would help me through this, or, whatever.
Put someone in my life
Yes.
that can help me. So we're not meant to do this on our own.
No.
We're not meant to do this on our own.
No.
So, that, we know that.
Yeah.
So we're going to,